So Matty, only our second defeat here at Silveroid this season. We've obviously fallen to a last-minute loss at home to Morpeth. Just your first thoughts on the game this afternoon?
Yeah, I thought it was obviously a little bit tough. I don't think we really played the conditions well enough in the first half. We probably played a little bit too much with the ball. I think we probably could have played a few more areas. I thought our second half into the win was great. I think we tucked the ball kind of really well. But we just give ourselves, again, probably a little bit of a mountain to climb coming from behind. We kind of just ran out a little bit of steam, but it's hard to kind of really kind of put your finger on it. One kind of like little mistake penalty, and he kicked us off the park at their spot, so we knew that any kind of penalties he was going to do the same at ours, and we just keep giving away a couple of little silly penalties here and there, and they put themselves in a good position, and obviously took that kick to win the game.
Two fairly evenly matched sides, Matty. I think you'd probably agree with that. I guess, was it just a case of being as consistent as possible as soon as you came into their 22 and being clinical, because points on the board was ultimately going to win the game today?
Yeah, I think so. I think we probably needed to hold on. I think our ruck let us down. I think they counter-rucked really well. And our kind of ruck, any ball that we got was messy ball. So we're on the back foot a little bit there, and Rolo obviously had a bit of a tough day with them kind of counter-rucking as well. So it's obviously just a weird kind of tough kind of game, and obviously it was there for the takings for either side, and one kind of penalty unfortunately kind of was the benefactor of Morpeth kind of winning the game. But in saying that, I think it was great rugby out there from both sides, and I think everyone kind of came in and enjoyed it.
25-13, I think, at some point, Matt, in that second half. Your side risked have been blown away, but I guess you must be really proud with the way that your side bounced back, fought back, and ultimately then took the lead and nearly snatched a win this afternoon. Yeah,
those kind of two tries that we took to kind of get us back into the game was fantastic. Obviously, Will's try and Ewan's try were just great, kind of hard running and offloading. But yeah, as you said, unfortunately you have to back up that kind of stuff, and I think one kind of loose kick and one bit of a turnover and one penalty, and we were back behind kind of thing. It is what it is kind of thing. We take away some more points out of a game. Unfortunately, as you said, it's our second loss at home, which we're really trying to make that kind of Scarborough our fortress, and also Morpeth the only team to do the double over us so far as well. So. But as I said, they're a formidable side. They've been up in high places the last kind of couple of years, and obviously they're going from strength to strength, and their results over the last kind of couple of weeks. So we're still kind of blooding players. We had obviously Phil Stewart kind of come off the bench and have to play the whole second half at 12. We had Scalesy played a little bit of hooker for the first time this year. We're still blooding players even at this kind of time of year, and we're getting kind of the old heads kind of back. And we got two sides out today as well, which is obviously a huge kind of bonus for us.
Yeah, a couple of players fell to an injury. I know Aaron Wilson did midway through the first half, I think it was. Jordan Holloway as well came off with what looked like a groin injury, and you also lost Drew to 10 minutes with a yellow card, Matty. It just felt like a couple of things just didn't go your way this afternoon. What's the update on Aaron and on Jordan? Are those probably just going to be a week, kind of just wait and see how they are?
Yeah, Aaron looks like he's done his hamstring again. So we're going to have to look to that kind of plays by ear. Hollis came into the game with an injury. Probably shouldn't have played, but because of the state that we're at, he wanted to put his hand up and help out. And he took a knock on it just before halftime when he scored that try, and he knew that he kind of couldn't continue. So Hollis is just an amendment of the kind of class. It's just, even if he's injured and broken and he's down and out, he puts his hand up to kind of play, and that's the kind of what the lads kind of see and what the lads kind of like drive themselves behind. So I think we'll probably look at maybe kind of giving him a rest next week, because obviously his shoulder in the front row is always kind of niggly, and it's always going to take kind of a toll. So we'll obviously monitor Aaron and see how Hollis kind of goes with a week off.
Before we preview next week, Matty, just quickly a word on the under-13s and under-15s girls that were the curtain raiser to this afternoon's game. I saw you were out there having a watch. It was great to see so many girls playing rugby against a Morpeth side who travelled down as well this afternoon.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think we've got a good rivalry with Morpeth by all accounts. We've been up there a couple of times. They've been down to us, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's so great to see, and I love the fact that it's obviously the same as back home. I love the fact of curtain raisers and coming out to watch rugby before we get to play. I think we should do it more often. I think the juniors absolutely love and thrive on it, and they all stay and watch the game afterwards as well. And as you said, there's probably 30, 40 odd kind of girls out there running around. It's fantastic, and hopefully it continues. I know that obviously our 13s and 15s have got a good strong setup, and they've got some good coaches there at the moment that are pushing it along. And I know obviously the 18 girls I think are playing tomorrow as well. So it's great for the club and great for the setup and the way that kind of people are working off the scene.
And back at home next week, Matty against Bradford and Bingley. I know they shipped 104 points today, but I guess it's a different mindset for your side. You've got to be ruthless. You've still got to get the points on the board, and you've got to settle for nothing short of a bonus point next weekend.
Yeah, we come off back-to-back losses, so we can't rest or take anything with a pinch of salt at the moment. We need to make sure that we have one of our best kind of weeks at training. We need all the lads available and fit playing, and we need to put a performance on, one that we're proud of, and two, to kind of get us back winning ways.